Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to another video. First of all, can we appreciate this splash art? Like, goddamn! Give this artist a pay rise, that's all I'm saying. Anyways, with Genshin content being dry nowadays, that has left an empty void in my heart that only simping for my queen EULA can fill. Sorry, Xiao. Alright, so EULA it's basically like this. Imagine Zhongli, Razor, and Ganyu's hips, all combined. And that is EULA. A tanky cryo mummy that deals a lot of damage with resets to make you feel good. Not sure if you guys have ever played Razor, but using him makes you feel like a combo machine. Okay, let's talk about talent priority. Most of you guys will be running an Electro alongside EULA, and because of that, this is how you want to prioritize your talents. I won't mention crowns because you want to save it and use it for Xiao when his rerun comes. Okay, so you want to level up all her talents to 6, then alternate leveling up her normal attacks and burst to 9, starting with normal attacks. Why? Because the skill shred becomes less worth it if you proc superconduct because of diminishing returns. Basically, if you reduce an enemy's resistance that makes their resistance go below 0%, that shred becomes halved. So, if an enemy has 10% physical resistance and you apply superconduct, their resistance doesn't become minus 30%, but minus 15%. This is why we prioritize normal attacks then burst first. Plus, you only get like 1% shred per level, so it's not even that worth. Basically 0.5% per level because we go over the threshold. Okay, so I'll need to do some testing in regards to her best auto attack string. We don't know this yet without testing, so I'll just call it best attack string for now. So I'll say the combo you should do is hold skill, cancel the animation with your burst activation, then tap skill, then do the best attack string within the 4-second window, then hold skill, then do the best attack string for the 3-second window. After that, switch out and do your skill and burst rotation with other characters and rinse and repeat. The reason why we hold skill instead of tap skill is because we want to reduce the enemy's resistance for our initial burst damage. It is interchangeable, however. Now, I know this is supposed to be a guide, but you guys aren't going to refer to this for their cost. Plus, this section always gets skipped in my videos, so I'll just say for resources on this, use the Honey Hunter website or wiki, and no, I'm not sponsored by them. Time for EULA's team comps. I will be doing tiers, then I'll go into my theory crafted team comp suggestions. I won't be doing a full analysis for EULA support characters, but I will keep it really short and sweet for you guys. I will do a short explanation for why I put a character in S tier. If you guys want a full explanation like I did with Xiao, let me know in the comments below. Note that this is a tier list for synergy for EULA, and not a tier list for how good a character is. All characters are good in the game if you build them right, and no characters are bad. There are only bad builds and team comps, but never characters. All characters are S tier when you build them correctly. Yes, even Amber. However, team comp and synergy is a different subject. You wouldn't run a full team of S tier healers and expect them to be an S tier team that clears challenges in like 10 seconds. Unless one of you mad lads wants to prove me wrong, go for it. I would love to see the day where a team of 4 healers can 36 star the Spiral Abyss. If you don't see a character on the tier list, it's because they don't synergize with EULA. Anyways, let's get started. In S plus tier, we have no other than Diona. She provides a shield which synergizes very well with EULA's defense gain. She gives movement speed. She can apply constant cryo damage to help with that cryo resonance, and it's just amazing. Definitely run her with EULA if you have her. Also in S plus tier, we have Bennett. Him being a healer and damage boost support is insane. 2 in 1, we always love to see that. In S, we have G, the best healer in the game as she can heal everyone with her burst, and provide constant regeneration if you stand in her dandelion field. MiHoYo, please give Barbara and Kiki a way to gain energy. The fact that you guys haven't is honestly sad, and Chi-Chi deserves to be an S tier healer for EULA. Guys, come on, what are you waiting for? Give them energy partial generation, please! In S tier, we have C6, possessing the Vedutalong. Oz does a lot of single target damage and also generates a lot of electro particles. Possessing the Vedutalong is a beast when she's C6 with Oz attacking every time you do. Also in S tier we have Beidou. The main highlight is her burst. It gives a damage reduction, and this in turn synergizes very well with EULA's defense boost. The burst follows the current character around, so you don't need to worry about positioning, and the burst also jumps to nearby enemies. With every constellation you have of her, she becomes a stronger sub DPS unit. But her C1 is good enough. I just want to add, Beidou is a high risk, high reward character. For her to be in S tier, you have to be good with the counters. If not, you could waste too much time on the field with her with the counter and potentially losing damage with the rotation delay. If that's the case for you, she's a A/B tier character at best. I will go over A tier really quickly because a lot of people may be confused why Lisa is in there and not in B tier. Now, I'm not all for listening to people say if something is bad or good. Lisa, in my opinion, deserves a bit more respect. A lot of people may not know this, but her Ascension 4 passive static electricity field reduces defense. And no, defense is not the same as resistance. When you attack an enemy, the game looks at two things. It looks at resistance and defense. Resistance is affected by the 4-piece Anemo set, EULA skill, Zhongli skill, etc. All enemies have different values for resistances. The way defense works is that when you attack, it looks at your level and the enemy's level. And that is how it calculates defense reduction. Most of the time, the defense reduction will come out to be on average about 50%. And level difference plays a small part in affecting this. So I won't bore you with the maths, but when an enemy loses 15% defense, everyone on your team gets an increase of damage by 8%, which is crazy. So Lisa is actually better than most people think. And mind you, 8% is huge. And this 8% damage increase is free. You literally get given Lisa for free at the start of the game. Free Ada for everyone. In S+ tier we have Venti. He is just as good and always will be. I need say no more. Plus he can give EULA 15 energy, which is crazy, to get a good uptime on her burst. And because you'll be running another cryo user probably, it will net you 30 energy gain in total. Also in S+ tier we have Zhongli. Strong shield, strong CC, strong shred, need I say more? Diana has to be an S+ tier. Extremely strong, being a 2-in-1 healer and support character for EULA. She can constantly apply cryo, heal, and is a battery. Basu! Bennett in S+ tier because he is a 2-in-1, a healer and also provides an attack boost to EULA and the whole team. So in S tier, let's kick it off with Jinkyu. Damage reduction and deals a lot of damage, our favorite book boy, speaks for itself. For I'll never see the day, but we got a C2 KO in S tier. I would recommend you have him C2 as his bursts last considerably longer. 8 seconds is just way too short. He is an amazing battery and his burst applies constant cryo. Also in S tier we have C2 Rosaria. Her being able to give the whole team a creative boost is very nice. She deals continuous cryo damage, although the radius is a bit on the smaller side. Having her C2 is vital because of those 4 extra seconds make all the difference. Ganyu also is an S tier. She gives a nice amount of energy as well as making a decoy. Her burst is insanely strong. Ganyu, just Ganyu. So, some team comps you can run. I call this one Tanky Cryo MILF. You run EULA, Zhongli, or Jinkyu, Diona, and Beidou, or official if you run Jinkyu. Next one I call the Ada team. You run EULA, Lisa, Jean, Ganyu. This next one I call the Blizzard meme shatter. You run EULA, Jinkyu, Diona, and another support character, or electro character. Oh my god, my favorite part, weapons. All the weapons you see here are in order from the most amount of damage to the least amount of damage. In first place we have the Song is Broke, the most underwhelming weapon they have yet to release. Compared to the amazing weapons of South of Homer, Jade Cutter, this weapon makes me want to cry inside. Now, this weapon is the best for EULA, but I find it hard to justify rolling for it if you are a free-to-play player. Reason being, this claymore is only good on physical claymore users like Razor, EULA, and Xingyan. If another claymore user gets released and they tickle your fancy, you won't be able to pass on this 5-star weapon to them, unless they are a physical DPS user. I would recommend waiting for a 5-star claymore that has either crit rate or crit damage as its substat because it's more universal. But if you're an EULA simp, I wish you the best of luck rolling for this weapon. If you have Refinement 5 Serpent Spine, it beats the Wolf's Gravestone. But you need to have the passive constantly up. If you don't have it at 5 stack stat all the time, Wolf's Gravestone does beat the Serpent Spine. So you'll need a strong shield user if you want to run the Refinement 5 Serpent Spine. I've seen some comments on my last video of people saying they have the R5 Serpent Spine. How the hell do some of you guys have that? I can't believe you guys actually pick Serpent Spine all the time for all this time. You guys are crazy. Anyways, I will put the Wolf's Gravestone higher than the Serpent Spine just because of how demanding the Serpent Spine is. So in short, the best in slot is Song of Broken Pines, best 4-star is Serpent Spine, then the best free-to-play weapon is Snow Tomb. Just note that the Snow Tomb is better than the prototype, but by only 3%. So they are kinda almost interchangeable. For you free-to-play players, if you do have any star glitter saved up, I would recommend going for the Black Cliff Slasher in Paramount Shot. So, artifact sets. This is a bit of a tricky one. So in theory, and this is only in theory, the best artifact set for EULA is the 4-piece Blizzard Slayer set, if you can keep the enemies frozen. And you need to have at least over 180% crit damage. Using this set limits your team as you need to run Jinkyu and another cryo user for that constant freeze because EULA will cause shatter. This set is better than the Pale Flame by 10%. After that, in theory, it's the 4-piece Pale Flame, then the 2-piece Bloodstained combined with the 2-piece Pale Flame set. In practicality, the best artifact set for EULA is the 2-piece Bloodstained and the 2-piece Pale Flame due to how consistent it is. If you have a C2 EULA, get the 4-piece Pale Flame set. And if you want to run my meme team, please run my meme team, it's a really good team, no cap. Get the 4-piece Blizzard Slayer. Okay, so for artifacts you want to run on EULA is an attack percent timepiece, a physical damage goblet, and a crit rate or crit damage circlet, whichever gives you the best 1 to 2 crit rate to crit damage ratio. Now some of you might be saying, wouldn't it be better to run an attack percent goblet? Now I tested this out and ran through the numbers and you actually get a 9.5 damage decrease on average. So don't run the attack percent goblet. I hope you guys enjoyed today's videos. I will be streaming on Twitch next week when EULA is out, so please be sure to follow me on Twitch and join my Discord for further updates. Have a nice day guys, and I hope to see you on my stream when I pull for EULA. EULA, please come home, please. Peace out guys.